I have to give a huge shout out to one of my followers, subscribers, supporters by the name of Orlando Greenhill. Now, I was not going to talk about this story at all until he gave me an idea of how to title this video. So I have to give him a shout out because I would have never come up with this title of this video. And when you find out what happened, you're going to laugh so hard. I chuckled when I got this story. I almost couldn't believe it until I opened it up and saw it actually happened. So, as you all know, I have done plenty of drug-related stories before when it comes to the invading community. But this one right here, I'll say it again, this one right here takes the cake because I never get into it. The two people in this picture is named William Parrish Jr. and Mackenzie Dobbs. And these two decided to sell drugs a whole different way. They took a different method, one that I think they are probably one of the first, if not the first people to do something like this. Instead of doing it the traditional way that we all know, they decided to sell drugs out of their home, but not the way you would think. They decided to build a drive-through window in their mobile home and sell drugs that way. That way people wouldn't come in and out of their home, and they would just drive up to the window, pay for whatever drugs that they wanted or needed, and then just drive away. Hence why the title of this video is called MethDonalds. Instead of a dollar menu, we have a dope menu where you can get all your opioids and your fentanyls and your meth and your heroin and all kinds of stuff that, you know, they love to have feast on their flesh. But let me go ahead and read this article. A Florida couple was arrested last week after they were caught allegedly selling drugs out of a drive-through window they constructed out of the side of their mobile home. William Parrish Jr. and Mackenzie Dobbs of Ocala, Florida, were arrested on August 23rd after investigators raided their mobile home following reports of 4 drug overdoses in the area. Ocala police said the couple had turned a kitchen window into a drive-through so customers would not have to constantly enter and exit their home, potentially drawing unwanted attention. You know, I will give them this. They are smart. They are smart. They are probably some of the smartest drug dealers I've heard of in quite some time. But let me continue. The house had signs directing people where to drive and indicated whether it was open or closed. Oh man. It is we were seeing some overdose incidents that were happening in this particular area, specifically at this particular location. There were some heroin sales that were going on there. Subsequently, through the investigation, we were able to determine that the product was laced with fentanyl. Parrish, age 32, was charged with driving under the influence, keeping a dwelling used to sell drugs, possession of drugs with intent to sell, and resisting arrest without violence. Dobbs, age 20, has been charged with keeping a dwelling used to sell drugs, possession of drugs with intent to sell, possession of fentanyl, and possession of fentanyl with intent to sell. William Parrish Sr. told WFTV his son has been trying to get himself straightened out and maintain reports of overdoses were a lie. Well, way to remain on code on behalf of your son. It says Ocala is located inland about 66 miles west of Daytona Beach. Wow. Like I said, I wasn't going to talk about this story, but when I was given that title, I said, I got to talk about this. Like I said, it is very interesting. And I'm actually looking at the article right now, and I'm actually looking at the picture right now where they actually have a closed sign in their window. And it's one of those closed will return signs. It says closed will return at 7 o'clock. Please come again. Wow. This is funny. This is very interesting right here. I never thought I would see something like this. Like, they actually turned their mobile home into a drive-through so people can get drugs. But like I said, it was smart of them because they didn't want people coming in and out of their home and making it look like it was a trap house. And they put up signs and everything. You know what? For some meth heads, and you know what they probably were dealing in their own stash? They are pretty, like I said, they are pretty smart. I gotta give it to him. That was very interesting. Because not a lot of drug dealers would have thought to do something like this. Like, really. If you were a drug dealer, do you think you would think to do something like this? And I think it worked because they lived in a mobile home. Now, I highly doubt if they lived in a regular home, that would have been impossible. So, them living in a mobile home worked for them, to their advantage. Because who knows what kind of stuff comes in and out. I don't even want to know. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this story down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. The links to the merch will be down below. I'll talk to you in the next one.